Hello Internet, welcome to Death to Harold. My name is David and this is Harold. So as I said, my name is David and I will be having duodenal switch in 4 weeks from today. I haven't seen a lot of people make videos about the process leading up to it. I mean, they talk about it after the fact, but I wanted to maybe start today, 1 month out, talking about just a little intro of who I am and why I want to record all this crap and how I got to this point. So like I said, my name is David. I am 42. I don't know why that's funny, but I am 42 years old. I feel a lot older than that most days. I am married. I have kind of a hers, mine, and ours situation. So I had 4 kids prior to our marriage, and she had 2, and then we've had 1 since. So do the math. That's 7 kids. Sometimes it gets a little crazy. Anyway, several months ago, I started getting interested in having weight loss surgery. As I started getting into it and researching it, all the different types and what kind I might want, one day I just said, told my wife, I said, we should probably really look into our insurance first before we get too far into this, to even see if they cover it. So that next day my wife actually called our insurance company, and it was an incredibly short conversation because the answer was no. They don't cover anything at all for weight loss surgery. And then she says, the representative says to my wife, but we do have, lots of preventative things that we can do that your insurance covers for free. It's kind of like, preventative? Shit, we're way past preventative. It done happened already. So I got really discouraged at that point, and at this point I'd already been I'd done a lot of research into it, and I've been watching lots of videos on YouTube of people who have had different types of weight loss surgery done. And one person that I was following had mentioned how they had theirs done in Mexico, and I was like, that's kind of weird, man. Obviously, I had no idea of what went into it, what's involved. I should probably really stop rocking back and forth. That's probably annoying. And so I just mentioned that in passing to my wife, who kind of took that and ran with it and did research into weight loss surgery in Mexico and the whole medical tourism thing, which we had no idea, obviously, at the time that that was a thing. But it is, and we looked into that and the pricing and all of that. And that's what we've decided to do. Because at that point I was pretty much set on trying to get surgery done somehow. And actually, before we even got to the Mexico part, we were researching how much it would cost us to pay for it here in the States. And where I live, it was going to be around $30,000, which I knew we could not do, even with a loan or anything like that. No one's going to give me $30,000. So I was like, maybe we can sell a car, take the payments we were paying on the car, put that into a loan to pay off the loan. I don't know. I was just spitballing. And that's when the whole Mexico thing came up. And to get it done in Mexico, you're looking at way, way less than that. So I got the money. I contacted the place I wanted to go, got all that straightened out. And as I said, a month from today is when I will be traveling to Mexico to have duodenal switch surgery. Once I decided to have the surgery, then I'm going overboard in watching people's videos who have had the surgery, getting good stories, bad stories. The bad stories always scare the shit out of me. But, and it's a roller coaster every day, every minute of every day, of being so excited and gung-ho to get this next journey started. I hate that word too. I don't know why. My journey, it's my journey. It's your journey. Journey. I don't know why. I don't like the word journey. I don't know what else to say, though, to replace that word. But anyway, that totally got me sidetracked. It's been an up and down journey of being excited and being scared to death, of really wanting to do it and of wondering if it's even the right decision. I go back and forth every single minute of every day. But overall, I am excited to have it done in a month. And the weird thing is once my wife and I made this decision, I started seeing more fat people. Right? I feel like the kid in the Bruce Willis movie, The Sixth Sense, and I see dead people. I see fat people more because it's on my mind now, and it's for some reason I see more dead people or more dead people, which is how I feel. I feel dead, actually. I heard someone make a comment the other day that you don't really see a lot of old, morbidly obese people. They're all about my age because they don't make it much further past my age. I don't want to get all depressed about it, but that's true. But anyway, once I made the decision to have surgery, I started seeing fat people everywhere. They were always there, but I'm noticing them more. It's like when you want to buy a certain type of car and you start seeing everybody on the road that has that car. Or, a watch or a shirt, and all of a sudden you see all these other people that actually own it. It's just because it's on your mind more and your body and your mind is picking up on it. But I do. I see lots of fat people, and not only that, I feel more fat after having made the decision to get surgery. Every way that it becomes an obstacle in my life, everything it does to me, every horrible thing about being fat, every horrible thought that I have about myself has now become 10 times worse, 10 times more noticeable after making this decision. And every bad thought, every negative thought, every time I look at myself and I want to punch myself in the fucking face for what I've done over the past 20 years. I always considered myself fat growing up, and I wasn't. When I got my license at 16, I was 6'1" already, and I weighed $180, which is still normal BMI. My whole life, I was just a normal kid. I wasn't ever buff or super athletic like my friends, but I wasn't. But I always thought of myself as fat, even though I wasn't, and that became this self-fulfilling prophecy that as I became an adult, I got fatter and fatter and fatter. And at my highest weight, I was around 350, although I didn't ever record that. I didn't write that down anywhere because who the hell would? God, this is way too long. But over the past decades, I've tried different diets, I've tried different lifestyles, and I have failed at all of those. They didn't fail me. They weren't sustainable for me. I wasn't able to follow through. The most recent thing I did was just straight up counting calories, and I lost about 40 pounds. And then had a baby. I didn't have the baby, my wife did, but we had our baby, and I gained all of that weight back, and my body is now leveled out at about anywhere from 312 to 320, depending on the day and the week. But like everybody else you've seen that is fat, it's not like we're not trying. We have tried, and I can only speak for myself. I have failed at all of those different things, and my health is getting worse. And so this is the decision I've made. It scares me. Sometimes I feel like it's a cop-out, although I don't really honestly think that it is. Sometimes it feels like that. Sometimes Harold, that's what I've named my fat. Sometimes Harold is very convincing and is quick to tell me I'm a failure and quick to tell me that I'm giving up and quick to tell me anything he needs so that he can stay where he is. But I'm going to kill him. That's what these videos are about. I hope people get some sort of good from them. That's the only reason I'm doing them. One, I want to chronicle all of this for myself, but two, I want to share them because watching everyone else's videos has helped me get to this point of my journey. There's that word again. So I hope that maybe me being honest and talking about what I'm going through as I lead up to the surgery and, of course, afterwards will help other people. I can't tell anybody what to do. I can't really give you advice. I can only share my story and hope that maybe you hear something in it. So, got a little down there for a bit. Hopefully it's not all like that. But see you later.